Peter Thiel does not believe in competition. He believes in monopoly, in secrets, in finding the one truth everyone else missed, and riding it to total dominance. This worldview has made him a billionaire several times over, and one of the most ideologically dangerous men in Silicon Valley. His empire was not built on invention, it was built on timing, on reading power correctly, and on a willingness to cross lines other founders would not. The question is not whether Thiel is brilliant. He is. The question is what kind of brilliance we are witnessing and what it costs. Thiel's first major win was PayPal, but even there the pattern reveals itself. He did not invent digital payments. He merged his company Confinity with Elon Musk's X.com in March 2000, then orchestrated Musk's removal as CEO while Musk was on honeymoon. Thiel took control, rebranded the company PayPal, and rode the eBay acquisition to a $200 million personal payout by age 34. Musk was the visionary. Thiel was the operator who understood that vision without structure is just noise. He saw the opening and took it. That is opportunism in its purest form, not stealing but knowing exactly when to move. With that PayPal fortune, Thiel became the most important early-stage investor in Silicon Valley. He wrote the first outside check into Facebook in August 2004, $500,000 for 10.2% of a college social network no serious venture capitalist would touch. Mark Zuckerberg later said in a 2009 interview with Charlie Rose, "Peter was the first person who really believed in what we were doing." Belief is one word for it. Pattern recognition is another. Thiel saw a young founder building a closed network with real identities at a moment when anonymity still ruled the web. He understood that monopolies begin as tiny exclusivities. He bet on the structure, not the product. That investment returned him over $1 billion. The opportunist does not need to be first. He needs to be right about which first mover to back. But Thiel's most revealing creation is Palantir, the data analytics company he co-founded in 2003 with Alex Karp, Joe Lonsdale, Stephen Cohen, and Nathan Gettings.
Did not know whether places like the CIA and NSA and places like that had some super duper computer working in the background that was catching all the terrorists. We sort of suspected they didn't, and then it took a while to figure that out. But I think our suspicion.
Palantir sells surveillance infrastructure to governments and corporations. Its software helped locate Osama bin Laden in 2011. It tracks undocumented immigrants for ICE under contracts worth tens of millions. It analyzes financial networks for the CIA and NSA. The company was valued at $41 billion at its October 2020 direct listing. Thiel built Palantir because he understood something the rest of Silicon Valley wanted to ignore. The state will always pay for control. While his peers chased consumer apps and advertising revenue, Thiel chased the one customer with infinite budget and zero accountability, the national security apparatus. Alex Karp, Palantir's CEO, defended the work in a 2120 Washington Post interview, saying, "We have chosen to use our technology to support Western liberal democracy." Thiel does not deal in obligations. He deals in leverage.
There is no such thing anymore of being on all sides. Palantir only supplies its products to Western allies. We've never supplied our products to enemies. We proudly support the U.S. government. I am proud that we are supporting Israel in every way we can.
Palantir is opportunism as ideology. Find the market everyone else is too squeamish to serve, then own it completely. The darkness in Thiel is not that he is ruthless. The darkness is that he has constructed an entire intellectual framework to justify why ruthlessness is not just effective, but morally correct. He writes in 0 to 1 that competition is for losers, that the only businesses worth building are monopolies, that secrets are the foundation of value. He funds the C. Stedding Institute and Methuselah Foundation, and Republican Senate candidate Blake Masters, who ran in Arizona in 2022, promising to dismantle the administrative state. He gave a speech at the Republican National Convention in Cleveland on July 21st, 2016, supporting Donald Trump, one of the only Silicon Valley figures willing to do so publicly. His thesis is always the same: the current system is failing, the consensus is wrong, and the future belongs to those willing to act on forbidden knowledge. This is where Thiel's opportunism becomes something more troubling than mere business strategy. He does not just exploit openings in markets, he exploits openings in the social contract. When Gawker Media published a story in 2007 titled Peter Thiel is Totally Gay People, he did not sue. He funded Hulk Hogan's lawsuit against Gawker in secret, bankrolling the case for nearly a decade until a Florida jury awarded Hogan $140 million in March 2016 and destroyed the company.
Upper middle class, if you're a single-digit millionaire like Hulk Hogan, you have no effective access to our legal system. It costs too much. This was the modus operandi of Gawker in large part. It was to go after people who had no chance of fighting.
Thiel spent roughly $10 million to kill a media outlet. He later told the New York Times in May 2016, "It's less about revenge and more about specific deterrence." That phrase, specific deterrence, is the language of state violence applied to private grudges. It is the monopolist's reflex.
It is about the most egregious violation of privacy imaginable, publishing a sex tape surreptitiously filmed in the privacy of...
If you cannot control the narrative, eliminate the publisher. What Thiel understands, and what makes him so effective, is that power accumulates to those who are willing to hold contradictions without flinching. He is a libertarian who profits from government contracts worth hundreds of millions. He preaches innovation while funding companies that extend state surveillance. He speaks of freedom while systematically eliminating competitors and critics. These are not hypocrisies, they are instruments. Thiel's philosophy is that the world is zero-sum, that every winner requires a loser, and that the intelligent move is to be on the winning side by any means necessary. His opportunism is not reactive, it is structural. He builds systems that ensure opportunity flows toward him. There is a case to be made that Thiel is exactly what the Valley needed: a founder willing to think beyond apps, beyond advertising, beyond the shallow utopianism of making the world a better place. He forced Silicon Valley to reckon with power, with the state, with the reality that technology is never neutral. Palantir, for all its moral ambiguity, is at least honest about what it does. It does not pretend surveillance is connection, but that case collapses the moment you ask, better for whom? Thiel's empire benefits Thiel. The monopolies he funds crush competition. The politicians he backs dismantle protections. The secrets he guards concentrate wealth. Peter Thiel's career is a manual for opportunism at the highest level. Identify the opening. Move before the consensus shifts. Control the structure. Eliminate opposition. Build monopoly. His genius is real. So is the cost. Every fortune he made required someone else to lose. A co-founder, a competitor, a journalist, a migrant, a citizen who did not consent to be data. The empire stands. The question is whether we are willing to call it what it is, not innovation, but conquest.